Are you someone that was losing weight and all of a sudden it just stopped? Here's some reasons why. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Chris and I'm an online fitness coach for women. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about why you stopped losing weight and what you can do to help yourself start losing weight again. If you've been watching my videos for some time, you know that I like to get straight into it. I wanna give you ladies exactly what you need when it comes to losing weight, what you're doing wrong, what you need to start doing right, so you can start burning off all of this body fat. So you can start burning off all of this. So we're gonna get right into it. So now, if you're someone who is losing weight and now you're not losing weight anymore, there's a couple things that could have taken place, right? So on my channel, I like to talk about calories, right? Calories in, calories out, macros, burning more energy, being in a calorie deficit, and working out. Whether it's at home or at the gym, it's totally fine. You don't have to go to the gym to work out. As long as you got a pair of dumbbells and a mat, you can still work out. You have some room to do some cardio, you're still fine. If you're someone that was losing weight and now you stopped, here's what probably happened more than likely, okay? So you was definitely in a calorie deficit, right? If you don't know what a calorie deficit is, a calorie deficit is what we need to be in to lose weight. So you was definitely in a calorie deficit 100% because you was losing weight. But now what happened is your metabolism adapted. And I talk about this in my other videos. There's something called metabolic adaptation. So you was losing weight, you was doing a good job. You was in a calorie deficit either by burning more energy or by taking in less food. But then your body adapted, or you probably stopped doing something that you was doing before. But chances are your body adapted. So let's say you was losing weight and you was eating around 1,700 calories. You probably didn't know that you was around 1,700 calories. Because if you wasn't tracking calories, you probably just started losing weight. Not that you got lucky, but you did the right thing, but you wasn't aware that you was doing the right thing. You just started doing something and it started working and you got excited, but you wasn't aware of what you was doing. So when it was working, you was excited and you was doing it, but you don't know what it was. So you had like a system that didn't really have a step-by-step process. And what happens was, let's say you probably had 1,700 calories, you was losing weight and your body stopped. And it stopped because it adapted and you probably wasn't even tracking calories. So if you are someone who was losing weight and you was not tracking calories, this is what basically happened. You was in a deficit, but because you kind of did it, not in a lazy way, not calling you lazy, but you did it in a way where it takes less effort. Now, when it stops, you don't know how to get that process going again because you did it in a way where you probably just had less carbs, probably had less protein, you probably was more active, and you don't really know these things. So what you now have to do is, what I would say is, go into actually tracking your calories. And I know people don't like tracking calories, but here's my thing. If you're watching this video right now, weight loss is important to you because you want to look good, feel good, you want to build your confidence back up. Maybe you want to get the body back that you had when you was younger. Maybe you have kids, you want to have more energy, you want to be more active, you want to play with them. Maybe you're not happy with the way you look right now and you want to change some things, which is perfect. You want to get better. Always, always, always good to be a healthier version of yourself and a better version of yourself. But you have to take this more seriously. And what I come across with a lot of people in trying to lose weight is they try to do the least amount of work. Stop trying to do the least amount of work. Put in the most amount of work and then make it work. Because now, if it doesn't work, you know that you tried hard. A lot of people don't put in much effort when it comes to weight loss. They try to just take out this carb, that carb, eat a little bit more protein, work out once a week, and think that's it. Do some cardio, eat some salad. No, you want to have a detailed plan. So you was in a deficit and you stopped being in a deficit because you wasn't actually tracking calories and you kind of got lucky. So now what you need to do is start tracking your calories and learning where you are right now. And when you start tracking calories, let's say you learned that you was at 1,700 calories. Now you want to lower your calories. Go from 17 to about 16, 15, 1,400 calories, right? Pay attention to how you feel because if you see that you're dropping your calories but you don't feel good, maybe you dropped your calories too low, right? But if you can handle it, then great. When you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to kind of slow down with your energy. You're going to move a little bit more slower. You're not gonna have, you're not gonna have much energy because you're putting less energy into your body, less food. And you're gonna be a lot more hungry. You're definitely gonna be a lot more hungry. So, and if you are a bit more tired, that just comes with the program. You know, when you're losing weight, that just comes with it. Your body has less energy and it's gonna adapt. So start tracking your calories and see where you are to now recreate that deficit, right? Now, something else that could have happened, right? You could have just been less active. And if it's someone who's just less active, that could be the reason why. Because once you're in a deficit, it's either because you're having less food or you're being more active. If it's someone who was less active, pay attention to what you was doing. What is your schedule like? Ask yourself that, right? When you wake up in the morning, what time do you wake up? How active are you? how active are you throughout the whole day? Are you taking the bus, the train? Are you walking? Are you driving? Are you going up the steps? Were you working out 3 times a week and you stopped? Or maybe you went from 3 times to 2 times? Because everything that you was doing when you was losing the weight was working, but you stopped something. And if you think hard enough and think back to it, you definitely stopped something. So the question is, what did you stop? You probably stopped working out enough. You probably went from 1 hour to probably 40 minutes, but you stopped burning as more energy. And you basically stopped being more active, and you need to find out what it was, because you definitely stopped something. And even if you didn't stop something, your body adapted to what you was doing. So it's either one of 2 things. You was being more active and you stopped being as active, right? Or your body adapted to what you was doing, and now you have to create a bigger deficit, which still means being more active or having less calories, okay? It's just basically one of those 2 things. And you can fix it, right? You can totally fix it, right? So the first way is to just look at how much food you was having. So you want to download MyFitnessPal, right? Download MyFitnessPal and just start tracking your food. And you want to take 7 days, take the 7 days of worth of tracking, track for 7 days, add up those 7 days, and then divide it by 7. And that is your average calories for 7. That is your daily average calories for 7 days, right? So when you add up those 7 days and then divide by 7, the number you get, that is your average calories. Now you want to keep doing that every 7 days, right? Every week, and keep seeing where you are. And if you're at the same, let's say you're at 1,700 calories, but you're 180, and then you drop down to 16 and 15, you being at 180, it should drop to about, 179, 176, 174. It should start dropping down. And if it's not dropping down, then you probably gotta reduce your calories even more. Now, the reason why I say that is because what you wanna basically do, what I do with my clients is I always have their calorie count for the 7 days, their weight, and the date. So their calorie count, their weight, and the date. And when I look for that, the reason why I have those 3 factors is because I wanna see how their weight drops as their calories drop. And I wanna see what date it was where the weight dropped and the calories dropped. Because now I can align all those 3 factors and tell myself, okay, you was losing weight at 1,500 calories and maybe at 100 grams of protein, which is something I'll go into more deeper because I do it with myself as far as coaching my clients. I go into their macros and see what was happening, but typically I focus on the calories. So along with tracking your calories, you wanna put the weight, the date, the weight, the date, and the calories that you had, and align all those up, write it on a piece of paper, put it on your iPhone notes, whatever, in your laptop, and you wanna track everything, right? And when it comes to losing weight, you wanna get good at just tracking, because you can now look back at last week, 2 weeks ago, last month, and then tell yourself, oh, I know why this was working because I was doing this. If you even want to take it a little bit further, track your sleep. You can even track how much water you're drinking. Because now what you're doing is you're taking that step further and you're learning your body. You only have one body. You want to learn as much as you can about it. You want to know what your body's capable of and how much weight you can lose. And you can lose a lot of weight. Most people think they can't. You can. Once you give your body what it needs, you can lose a lot of weight and you'll be in a lot better place. So track your calories, right? Figure out where you are. And then you want to think about how active you was being. So it's either you want to be more active or have less food. And if you was working out 3 times a week, great. Do that, keep doing that. Also, you want to ask yourself, were you lifting weights? Because lifting weights is going to help you burn more calories than just doing cardio. Because when you lift weights, your body is in an elevated state over a longer period of time. But when you just do cardio, if you burn 300 calories going on the Stairmaster or the treadmill, that's just 300 calories. Now, even though we still burn calories throughout the day, through our daily habits, your calories, you burn more when you're being more active. But weightlifting has something called EPOC, and it takes up more of an elevated state when it comes to burning calories, because your body is now trying to get back to homeostasis. And before it does that, your body is still in like an elevated state. So when your body's in an elevated state of you trying to now get back to homeostasis, it's gonna burn more calories. So you always wanna lift weights, still do cardio because it's good for the heart, but you always wanna lift weights because it's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be a higher ROI, a higher return on investment when it comes to burning. The reason why it's gonna have a higher ROI is because when you burn more calories, you are in a better position to put yourself in a deficit. And that's basically all you wanna do, put yourself in a deficit. The main question for you, watch this video right now, is how can I put myself in a calorie deficit, right? You wanna eat healthy food, right? But You can get away with some junk food, I will say that, but I'm not promoting junk food. I want you all that's watching this video to have a clean, healthy diet, right? Because you want to look good and feel good. There's some people who are in really good shape, but they eat junk food and they get away with it because their body's just able to just do it. And over time, that may not work so well for you because you get older. It's not so good. But it is a matter of just calories. But you want to also think about, okay, a calorie is a calorie, but where it's coming from is different. So calories from a banana is not the same thing as calories from, so calories from a banana is the same thing as calories from a donut. But now you're getting more nutrition benefits from a banana. With a donut, it's just lots of sugar. And no one needs all that, okay? You wanna actually have high quality. Ending off this video, I hope that helps. Basically, you was in a deficit and you're not in a deficit anymore. And you need to basically recreate a bigger deficit to continue losing weight because you hit a weight loss plateau. And probably that means that you need to have less calories or be more active. That's basically what it is. And you won't really know unless you're tracking your calories or if you think back to how active you was being. So if you know that you're working out 3 times a week, and then let's say you drop down to 2, then that could be an issue as to why you stop losing weight. But you definitely stopped doing something, or your body adapted to what you was doing, and now you got to do something else now and make it a bit more intense. And that's basically what's going on with that situation. So download MyFitnessPal. It's just a good skill to have. Download it. I know it's not fun. People don't like tracking calories. Do it. If it's important to you, do it. It's not going to feel like work if it's important to you. It's like a relationship. If it's important to you, it's not gonna feel like work. If you're running a business, you wanna be financially free, you're running a business, it's not gonna feel like work because you wanna do it and you wanna see the results and the benefits from it. So download MyFitnessPal or download another app and just track your calories, because you're not just gonna look at your calories, but then you can also look at what foods you're eating. You may think you have a clean diet, you start tracking calories, you realize, oh wow, I'm having a lot of junk food. I'm having a lot of soda, maybe you're having a lot of takeout food, and now you can work on these things and look back and say, okay, let me make some improvements on where I need to get better because this is not good. So once you start doing that, you get a whole lot better. Now, here comes my shameless plug. If you are a woman that's trying to lose weight and you are frustrated and you feel like you need something that's gonna actually work this time and you wanna get coached by me, I'm gonna leave a link down below this video. Click the link, fill out the application. It's just a short, quick application. It's probably like 20 seconds, right? And it's gonna give me some information on who you are, what you're up to, and I'm gonna have a better understanding of who you are and if I can help you. And if you're watching this video and you've been watching this video long enough, then chances are I could probably help you, right? Because if you're serious about this, this is gonna work. I've been doing this for such a long time. Helping people lose weight is something that I enjoy doing. Helping people just get in better shape. This goes a little bit deeper than losing weight. It's about you just becoming a healthier, better version of yourself. And I think that everyone has the right and should be able to see how good they can look and how good they can feel in their own bodies. To think that you are not pushing yourself to the limits of looking your best is doing yourself a disservice. So I wanna help you achieve that body. And if you think that you're a good fit, you're really, really serious about this, click the link below, fill it out. I'll have the information. I will contact you personally and let's work together.